Hello everyone, I am Jayati and I am here to present my task 5 exploratory data analysis of IPL dataset. It was a task that I chose for GRIP program in the Sparks Foundation internship. So in this project, firstly I uploaded my dataset on the Google Drive. The dataset contained two CSV files, first of which was matches.csv, which I've printed here to analyze what were the attributes and rows present in this dataset. As it is visible to you, the following were the attributes about each match: which team played it, who won the toss, what decision they took when they won the toss, whether the result of the match was normal or it was a draw or there was a super over, and so on were the other attributes in the matches.csv file. Next were the deliveries.csv. Since this is a small data set, it contained only details about the first match that was held between SRH and RCB and the first over itself. Uh, all the details of this over were present in this deliveries.csv. Now, to analyze the data, I analyzed that in the first CSV file, the attribute Empire 3 contained all null values. So this attribute was not at all useful to us for analyzing data. That is why I dropped this attribute from the CSV file. So as you can see, I have dropped this column from the dataset. Further on, I analyzed what in which season who was the winner, like which team won how many number of matches. So as you can see, in 2008 Rajasthan Royals won 13 matches. This is 2009 Kings 11 Punjab won 10 matches, and so on. So this is the way I've analyzed which all teams by season. I analyzed who was the winner from 2008 to 2019. Now next I analyzed that number of matches played every IPL season. What was the number of matches played every IPL season? So I analyzed that in 2013, 76 matches were played. So this was the maximum count of matches played on among all the seasons of IPL. Next thing I analyzed was number of matches won by team. So as you can see, this is the number 109, and we here have a winner who won, and it is easily predictable as Mumbai Indians has won IPL so many times. And see, as we analyze, we find out that Mumbai Indian has won more number of matches as compared to any other team in IPL. And the lowest would be Rising Pune Super Giants. They have won only 5 matches. So next I analyzed was all the matches that were won, whether those matches, whether the winning team chose to bat first or to bowl first. So out of 100%, 55% of 55% of matches, the winner team chose to bowl first than to bat first. So this is this analysis helps us to somehow predict that uh, when a team bowls first, they are less under pressure and they perform well, and thus they are able to win the matches. So after winning toss, teams usually prefer to bowl first. Next, I analyze the data to find out number of matches won by batting and bowling first. So in every season, so in a season wise, I have organized whether number of matches won were when the winning team bowled first or they batted first. So in every, if we analyze this histogram, then we can see that in every season this dark green represents bowling first, right? And light green represent batting first. So in every season wise, we can see that every histogram, the dark green bar is quite greater than the light green one. So this shows that in every season, the winning teams have always chose to bowl first. So this is somehow a trend that whoever chooses to bowl first, they have a greater chances to win the match. So next was the toss result. So in next was the toss result that I analyzed. In this, I analyzed that of the teams that won the toss, whether they chose to bat or to field. So out of 100% teams that won the toss, just that won the toss, 38% of them only chose to bat first. The rest chose to field first. So this shows that if you win the toss, you should choose to field first, because it sometimes helps you. It might not always, but it usually helps you to win the match. Next thing that I analyzed was number of matches won by toss result. So if the toss result was if the team won the toss, then they won the match. What was the possibility of this? I analyzed this, and in this, I analyzed that in 2012, if you won the match, if you won the toss, then you won the match. This is somewhat, and in 2019, this was yes. So this is what I analyzed in this. And next thing that I analyzed was to print the season-wise winners. This I have already done, but this I did it in a proper format. I printed it in a proper format. Next, I plotted a pie graph to view the teams that chose to field first and rather than to bat first, and it shows that the teams that chose to field first were able to win more matches. Next next was now this next also I did the same on the other data set, that was deliveries.csv. And next was I analyzed the performance of each player. So when I was analyzing the performance of each player, we found out that CH Gaile has won more, was the player of match for around 20 matches, and the top 10 players, I've plotted them with a histogram. And I've also analyzed few other things, that in Bangalore, which team has won most number of matches, and so on. Like in Chennai, Chennai Super Kings has won one match according to the data set given to us. So this was city-wise analysis of winners. Then we analyzed the count of each team. How many times has the team won IPL season? So Mumbai Indians has the greatest count, which is 4. They have won, according to the data set, they have won the match 4 times. They have won IPL seasons 4 times. Then I've also analyzed that the teams that won the toss, what decision they took, and whether they were the winners or not. So this is the printing of the initial histograms that I've shown. This is a detailed analysis that I have done, and I've also done an analysis on uh, team wise, how many fours they have, the number of runs they scored through fours, and so number of runs they scored through fours. So Chennai Super King tops the chart. They have derived more number of fours, and if we and this is the histogram of it. So S Dhawan has hitted more number of fours than any other player in the IPL season. Next, I have analyzed number of fours hit in each season. So this is season-wise analysis of fours hit by each team. Then I have in a similar manner, I have analyzed sixes of each season, each team, and the number of six hit by each player. Next, I have analyzed the top players in IPL season, which is of course Virat Kohli. Then how many times? So Suresh Raina has been the player dismissed, or you can say player dismissed in number of matches. Suresh Raina has been most dismissed player of the IPL, and this is all the data that I have analyzed. Yes, so this is all the data that I have analyzed. So I have really enjoyed doing this project, and I was able to analyze a lot of things through this project. So I would like to thank Sparks Foundation for giving me this opportunity and helping me to learn and grow. Thank you so much.